branches to some extent already. But let's see. So we'll learn how to create and switch to branches, and also how to merge different branches, and most importantly, how to handle with conflicts that may appear when we try to merge them. So from the point of view of Git, a branch is actually a pointer to a commit. And a branch is defined as all the points, all the commits which are reachable from the latest commit on that branch. And this latest commit on the branch is usually referred to as the tip of the branch. So the reference head will determine which branch you are on. And so head is just a symbolic reference to the existing branch, the branch that you are on. And so we can, if head is pointing to the tip of the branch, then we say that we are on a particular branch. If head is not pointing to a tip of the branch, then we are in this so-called detached head mode. So again, if head does not point to the tip of the branch, then we are always in a detached head mode. Okay, why do we want to use branches? So usually because we might want to test different directions of a project. We want to have different features, for example, that we develop, but then it's better that we develop it in a particular branch so that we do not, so that we always have like a working main branch for our project. Also, maybe different people work on different features or are testing different things, and then it's nice if everyone get to work with their own branch, unless it is convenient or necessary that they work on the same one. Maybe you may want to test different bug fixes. Fixing bugs may take some time, so it's a good idea to try to do that in a branch. And when you are confident that your code actually works as expected, or a script works as is expected, you can merge that into your main branch. So again, I mean, a branch is a reference to the latest commit, and so it's a pointer to the latest commit on a branch. Sometimes when we refer to branches, we refer not only to this very latest commit, but actually all the ancestors of that commit. So in this case, we have a master branch that the head is pointing to, which is this commit 3, and then we can see all the ancestors of this particular one. But some repositories can actually have several branches. So here, from oldest commits to newest, we have one main line of work, in the master branch. And we also have two other branches, new feature and cool feature, which have deviated from the main branch at some point in time. Okay, I will just mention that the main branch, be it called master or main, it's just a regular branch. It doesn't really matter what its name is. It's just for you to have a reference for what is the so-called official version of your repository. But again, I mean, the name doesn't matter. You could rename the master branch to a different name, and we'll see how we can do that. Okay, we'll go back to merging later. So how do we actually create a branch? We do that using the command git branch followed by the name of the branch. In this case, cool feature. And what this is going to do is on the current head, Git is going to add a new reference to the commit, and that commit and that reference will have the name of the branch. So I can switch to that particular branch. And what happens when I switch to a branch? I can do that either by using git checkout and the name of the branch, or git switch the name of the branch. And switch is a command that only works with branches. So maybe it's clearer actually to use this command instead of git checkout. But at the moment, Git, works with well, not at the moment, but Git works with both commands. So you choose your preferred one. So, but what actually happens when I switch to a new branch? The head is going to move to that branch, and also the branch reference will be moved to this new branch reference. I can list the branch that I am on by using the command git branch. But if I, okay, we'll see that later. So I can merge different branches by using the command git merge, followed by the branch I want to merge into the current one. So in this case, if I have first done a git checkout on the master branch, and then I do git merge cool feature, so I will incorporate the changes of this cool feature into the master branch, and that will lead me to a new commit with contents from both the master and the cool feature. I can delete the reference to the branch with the option -D. So this only deletes the reference, but not actually the commits. I can still see the commits. And let's do a little bit of type along so that it is clearer. You can simply watch if you want to, or you can also type. So what I will do first is a git status to make sure that I am not in a git repository. And this is the error that I do want to get. So just a message that I am not in a git repository. And I will create a project or folder, which I call my project. And I'm going to move into that project. So cd into that project. And I am going to initialize this folder or directory as a repository, a git repository. And this means that from this point forward, Git is going to keep track of the files that I am modifying and commit any snap, and I will be able to commit different snapshots of this directory. Now, at the moment, this is empty. And just 1 second, Lucas. Now I am going to touch a file. So this simply creates the file, creates one empty file, and I'm going to stage it. If I do git status, here I just see that, okay, I have an untracked file, so Git does not know about this file txt because it's a brand new repository. I haven't tracked anything in it yet. So I will stage it so that Git actually knows about it. And then I can commit this file. And I can either use the command git commit, or I can add the option -m to write the commit message in line instead of opening an editor for the commit message. I've just used git remove. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new branch, cool feature from here. So let's just do git graph first so that you all see where we are. So one commit on one branch called the master branch. I create a new branch, cool feature, and I am going to switch to that branch, and I can do that by using git checkout, or I can use the switch command. Either way. So I switch to the branch cool feature. So what actually happens if I go to git graph again, I see that the head now is pointing to the cool feature, but I still have, well, I have two references to this commit. But to actually know which branch I am on, I can do git branch. So whenever I do new commits, they will be on the cool feature branch. And so let's actually do a new commit. So I'm going to edit the file, stage it, and commit. Edit. Next to the first file. So I have a new commit. And let's do git graph again to see where we, sorry, git graph I need to do. So I'm still on the cool feature branch. And now I have a new commit that the head is pointing to. So the tip of the branch, cool feature, has moved from this commit to a new commit. So we advanced in our branch, or well, in our commit tree to this new commit. So I can go back to the master branch, Lucas.
So in this last case that, last git graph, you got two lines, right?
Yes.
For the head and the master, but like in the above git graph, you just get one line with a comma. Can you explain this notation? I'm a bit confused about how to read this.
Yes. So I will go to this one first. So I have only one commit, or at this point in time, I only had one commit with this hash, and the head was pointing to that commit. When I do git graph, I'm going to get an output with all the commits, and I will also get an output with all the references which are associated to a particular commit. Now, because the master branch is pointing to this commit, also the cool feature branch is pointing to the commit, to the same commit, as I have not done any new commits on either of these two branches, then both of these references are going to be shown in the same line with the commit. Okay, so now head is pointing to the tip of the branch called cool feature. And what I want to do is to go back to the master branch. And when I say I go back to the master branch, I mean I go back to the tip of the master branch. In this case, it's only one commit, and it is that one. And you can use git switch or git checkout. And here, what I will do is I'm going to create an additional file with the text, the second file as content. So I'll do that. I'm going to stage this file and commit it. So on the master branch, we are now on the master branch. and commit this file with the commit message, added the second file. And what happens is that on the master branch, I have a new commit with this hash. So I can do git graph or git log with all the options which are shown there, but I'm going to use the alias. So what I have is this new commit, which we have just done. So the tip of the master branch moved as a result of the commit from A to E to this new commit F379, so on. So on the master branch, I have now two commits, this F3 and then the initial one. So we have seen this. So now what we want is to merge these two branches. And I want to merge the content of cool feature into the master branch. So I'll merge these. What will happen in practice? It will merge these two commits, the tips of the branches. And to do that, I have to use the command git merge, followed by the name of the branch I want to merge into the one I am on. So I'm on the master branch. I want to merge the full feature into this branch. And since the merge was successful, and I am prompted with a commit message. And the commit message is merge branch full feature, and then there is some comments. I'm happy with this commit message, so I'm just going to save it. So by default, Git has merged using this so-called ORT strategy, and what I have is a new file which has been changed in this new commit. So if I now show git graph again, so I had initial commits on different branches. Now I have a new commit, which is the child commit of these two commits. And now you see that these arrows for the line of branches are now merging into this new commit, DDA. Okay. So if I wish, I can remove the reference for cool feature with git branch -d. And this is something you would do if you do not want to refer to this branch anymore. And deleting the reference does not delete the commit. So you can see I can still see them with git log or git graph. So I have the commits, but the reference for the branch is gone. So cool feature is not seen anymore because that reference is removed. And I have done that with git branch -d. And you can use the -d option if you merge, if you use it on a branch that you have merged. Okay, so for example, if you want to do a git checkout to a branch and you have some uncommitted changes in your working directory. Now, if you try to commit, if you try to switch to the branch, then the uncommitted changes will try to be carried to the new branch if that is possible. But now if you have files which are modified and have a different blob in the branch that you are trying to switch to, then the git checkout or the git switch to that branch is going to fail, and you will not be allowed to switch to that branch. So whenever you do want to switch to another branch, the best idea is to either commit or to stash away the modifications that you have done before attempting to switch. So, for example, I will create a new branch, cool feature, and check out to it. So let's try that. I can use the same name because I mean Git doesn't have this branch reference anymore. So git checkout -b is the equivalent of git branch cool feature in this case, and followed by switching to that branch. So I have now switched to this particular branch. What I will do is just create a new empty file, new file txt, and stage this file. And so now what I have is this new file on the branch cool feature. And now let's say that I want to switch to the master branch. And check out master. So what happens is that the switch was allowed. There were no conflicts between the working directory that I had before the switch and the commit, the latest commit on the master branch, and the changes in the working directories could be kept. So I do have one additional file, new file txt. So if I do git status as well, just for the sake of clarity, I still have this staged file, which would be committed on the master branch, or well, it would be committed on the branch that I am on, if that is what I wish. So your branch, I'm going to commit it. It's already staged. Maybe I should actually check again. So it is staged, as the index was kept as I was switching the branches. So I can commit it now with some message new file txt. Okay, so what I will do in the following is to edit the second file txt. I already have a second file txt with this content. What I will do now is to change the content of this file and stage this file with git add. Okay, hopefully that is. So I will stage this file. So now actually what I have done is to modify a file which also exists in the master branch. So if I do attempt now to check out to the master branch, so I have this modification which has not been yet committed in second file. So git checkout master, actually, yes, it did allow me, but it tells me that, okay, this file is modified, but it will allow me. So what I have is this modified and staged second file on master. Now let's create yet another branch. Git branch more features, and check out to that one. And I still have this staged modification that just moves along as I switch to different branches, and let's commit it in this branch. No, I should commit it, sorry, in in the cool feature one. So so I'm going to commit. Okay, just bear with me. We are just doing some more changes to this index. And I do hope I have included everything, otherwise it's going to be very different and confusing. So yeah, so now I have committed these. I have done 2 commits on this cool feature branch. One that including modifications to second file, and one that included modifications to more files. So what I have now, so yeah, latest commit is this one on the cool feature branch. So let's just do a git graph so that we know where we stand. So I have moved away from the master branch, and I have done 3 new commits on the cool feature one with respect to the point where it branched out from master. So I have these 3 different commits, and now let's switch to the more features branch that that we have created but not yet committed on, and do some changes to the file, more files, and stage this. And now I will check out without actually committing this. So I have a staged file, more files. Let's show that. And attempt to check out to cool feature. Now, because there are changes in more files that conflict with the changes in because there are changes to the file more files txt on the cool feature branch, which interferes with the ones that we have on this index, then the checkout is not allowed. And what I need to do is either to commit these changes or to stash them away before I try to switch the branches. So the problem is, if I do a cut of more files, is that, well, I have the same file modified in the same line, and I just cannot switch. I would lose the changes. So when these conflicts happen, again, I can commit before I switch, or I stash away the uncommitted changes using git stash, or I can simply discard the uncommitted changes, and I can do that by unstaging the file and then cleaning the working directory as well. Or I could do a checkout with merge, and what checkout with merge does. So okay, this we have seen. I will skip because we saw it recently. Discarding we have talked about as well, but I will focus on actually doing a git checkout together with merge. So then the option that one needs to have is git checkout -- merge, and then the branch that we want to check out to. So then what git will attempt is a freeway merge. So it will try to merge not only so it will try to merge the content of our working tree and the new branch that we want to merge to, and then keep the current branch as the base. So then after we do this merge, we are going to be on the new branch called, well, whatever reference we give there. And then the merged result between the branch and the working directory will be in the working tree. So we will be able to see those modifications. Now, if there are conflicts, then we will need to resolve them. So let's add this option, get merge to the Git checkout. So it totally complains. So let's see. Then what I will do is simply disregard sorry. Okay, so I am simply going to disregard these. Okay, Git status first. Okay. It's not tracked yet. Sorry for that. Yes, it is not tracked. That's why it didn't work. So then I can just remove these more files if I don't want to include those changes. Okay. So important whenever you attempt to do a merge is that to make sure that you are on the right branch before you attempt the merge. So you use the option git merge, and then the branch you want to merge into this present one. So always do a git status and a git branch to see which branch you are on. And I will not focus so much on this, just saying that Git has different strategies when it comes to merging, and the default one now is this OR strategy, which simply means that well, it's using some algorithms that will try to minimize the conflicts which may result when merging.